One of your best employees is about to leave your company. They haven't told you. They probably haven't told their manager. And by the time the resignation letter reaches your desk, the decision may have been made months ago. You'll hear the usual explanation. It was an opportunity I couldn't turn down. They offered me more money. I'm ready for a new challenge. But those are often the final reasons, not the first reason. The first reason usually began much earlier. It began when a talented employee stopped feeling seen, stopped feeling heard, and stopped believing that they had a meaningful future inside your company. Hello, I'm Gary Takach. I've seen companies lose extremely talented people who should never have left. The examples I share combine details from several real coaching situations. The names have been changed, but the patterns are very real. If you force me to identify the number one leadership failure behind these departures, it is this. Leaders wait far too long to have an honest conversation about the employee's experience, ambitions, frustrations, and future. They conduct an exit interview when they should have conducted a stay conversation 6 months earlier. Your best employees certainly want to be paid fairly. Let's not pretend compensation is irrelevant. But top performers rarely leave for money alone. They leave when another company offers something their current leadership has stopped providing. A stronger sense of progress, greater trust, more meaningful responsibility, better access to leadership, or a clearer picture of their future. Your best employees are quietly asking 4 questions. Do I matter here? Am I still growing? Does my leader trust me? And can I see an exciting future for myself inside this organization? When the answers become unclear, talented people don't normally complain immediately. They begin to disengage. They stop contributing ideas. They take fewer risks. Then one day, a recruiter's message arrives at exactly the right time. Here's a pattern I have seen repeatedly. A company loses a high-performing executive. The CEO says, "We couldn't compete with the offer." But when we examine the previous 6 months, a different story appears. The executive had asked about expanded responsibility. Each time, the conversation was postponed. Let's revisit that next quarter. Just keep doing what you're doing. The salary increase helped close the deal, but leadership neglect opened the door. Gallup found nearly half of voluntary leavers had no proactive conversation. The conversation that can change everything is called a stay conversation. Not an annual review, not a compensation discussion. A stay conversation is a focused discussion designed to understand what keeps a valuable employee engaged and what might cause them to leave. Start by saying, "You are important to this organization, and I don't want to assume I know how you are experiencing your work." Then ask, what part of your work gives you the most energy, and what part is creating unnecessary frustration? Then stop talking. Your job is not to defend the company. Your job is to become curious. Next, ask 3 more questions. Do you feel we are making full use of your abilities? What would make the next 12 months meaningful for you professionally? And finally, the question most leaders are afraid to ask. What could cause you to take a serious call from a recruiter? That final question may feel uncomfortable. Ask it anyway. Summarize what you heard, then agree on at least one specific action within the next 7 days, establishing a clearer path to advancement. The power is showing that you see the person, value the contribution, and take responsibility for helping that person grow. Now let's turn the camera back towards you. Most CEOs believe they are accessible. Most employees experience them very differently. Start with a calendar audit. During the last 90 days, how much time did you spend discussing numbers and operations? Compare that with the time spent on your most valuable people. Your calendar reveals your real priorities more accurately than your value statement. Next, create a talent risk map. Identify the 5 people whose departure would cause the greatest damage. Ask when was their last career conversation. Your next audit is more uncomfortable. Ask your direct reports, what is one thing I do that makes it harder for talented people to succeed here? Then listen without explaining your intention. Your intention is not the issue. Their experience is the issue. Gallup's research found well-recognized employees were 45% less likely to change organizations. Effective recognition is specific. You handled that client problem well because you remained calm and identified the issue. That tells them exactly what you noticed and why it mattered. Finally, learn to recognize the early warning signals. A previously vocal employee becomes unusually quiet. A top performer stops challenging decisions. CEOs sometimes interpret this as maturity. It may actually represent emotional withdrawal. Retention cannot be delegated entirely to human resources. Managers create the daily experience, and the CEO must hold those managers accountable. Gallup found managers account for most of the difference in engagement. Here is the playbook. Quarterly stay conversations, visible 12-month growth plans, specific recognition tied to contribution, identify and remove friction. This is not about making employees comfortable. High performers want to be challenged. But there is a difference between meaningful work and exhaustion. Your best people will tolerate demanding work. What they will not tolerate forever is feeling invisible. So, here is my challenge to you. Before the end of this week, select one employee your company cannot afford to lose. Schedule a 30-minute conversation. Don't wait for the annual review. Begin by saying, "You are important to our future, and I want to understand what would make your future more meaningful." Ask the 5 questions. Listen carefully, and act on at least one thing you hear. It may prevent a resignation that would cost your company years. Your best employees leave after months of believing that nobody is paying attention. Don't wait until the exit interview. Start the conversation while it still matters. I'm Gary Takach with CEO University. Subscribe for weekly insights. Visit ceou.org to learn more. I'll see you in the next video.